Wait, what? You could come back for me once you've taken him to the precinct. Yeah, I guess you could come back for me once you've taken him to the precinct. No, no, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you. It would take a whole day. You can go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you. No need to be polite. I'll do it. This world, the old man repeats. What are you talking about? Is this us? The wind is cold from the east. Your skin is crawling suddenly. Oh, the sun came out. Oh shit. What's exactly happening right now? What the fuck is that? Um, Kim? Kim? Holy fuck! Holy fuck! We found it! Oh, oh shit! We fucking found it! Oh my god! We I thought it was smaller. Is it because the perfume I put out? A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its sight-like arms and ghostly silent. Um, what, what is that? Point to it. The old man looks at the reeds, then at you. What are you talking about? The giant stick insect. He looks confused. There's nothing there. Mm, well, Kim could see it, because Kim's also looking over there, and he hasn't said anything either. This thick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesque small head. Grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you, and your gun raises instinctively. There is. I see it. Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the ridge. Kim, can you see it? I can see it. Four simple words, thank God. If you can see it, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly in absolute silence, limbs long and slender. Holy shit, we found it! Be very, very careful, the lieutenant whispered, then takes a step toward the giant anthropod. We we found it. Oh, no, don't get closer to me. I do not like this in the slightest. But holy shit. The creature stands on long slit-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair. White and curl on tips, is no more than 5 steps away from you. Red like tufts stick out of his joints as the insect moves its forearms. It produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. Ooh. Oh wow, I shaved at the pheromone, so that went away. Your corpse will be marked by stars, the miracle way out in the west. In the childhood experience. Yeah, just whisper. This is the Insulindian Phasmid. The lieutenant whispered behind you. You hear the familiar ring of his jacket unzipping slowly, painstakingly so. You glance over your shoulder, and the man holds a piece of metal aluminum. He pulls it out. He pulled it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera. No, the flash will scare the creatures off. Warn them. Yeah, wait, Kim, the flash is loud. It won't like that.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
He continues to pull the lens open. Wait, stop. Let me approach it first.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
Yeah, stop fiddling with the camera, but does not put it down. Okay. Well, I have the pheromone. I can approach it,
I don't think the pheromone will do anything.
but he has stopped now. Okay. I have 92%. I have 92%. I could do this. I could do this. Yes. Oh, the check though. Oh. No matter what, I would have succeeded. Look at that. Look at fucking that. Let's fucking go. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps towards the Phasmid. The creature lets out a series of electrosonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Hissing and clicking. It extends its mandible like a tenon to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets. Raise your hand slowly. The insect stops its stridulation and seemingly absorb you. Below its crown of reeds, the little pinprick eyes detect motion and glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly there is silence. Raise your other hand too. As you do, the inebriate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each of it has a mind of its own. They are white like stalk of porcelain knitting above you, praying to you. Whisper. Okay, don't pray to me. I'm nothing. The reed creature does not stop its triangulation. It towers above you, painting the reeds as they emerge. Tough like structures still rustle on its joint. Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from his mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The sterilization of limbs continue all around you. Stand on your tippy toes and look more closely. You're right. Little bubbles form on the mouthpiece of the creature on its segment. It looks like to be foaming. The foam is white and yellowish. Kim, it's foaming. Careful, it may be poisonous. Yeah, it could be. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouthpiece, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst one by one. Yeah, because I talked to the hangman. I did not give up on the Phasmid and knows of the passenger. I could try this again. Inland Empire, but it's still pretty high, so I might as well try it. I exist. Oh, I got closer. I exist too. Tell me, what is it like for you? Fire, burning. Fire, where? And on the horizon, pale fire. This thing we're both sensing is coming to an end. That is your problem. Nothing ever ends for me. There's only room for 2, maybe 3 pictures in my mind. For me, it's a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness being intruded upon, transit, dim, moist. So what if the next picture doesn't come? This creature is not the photographer, just the camera. Tuned upon by what? Shapes of plants and animals, an internal sensation, a swarm of sound, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearm. All speak a complexity totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless. So light it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I am nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never burn. So, I'm at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless. So light that it feels like something to be me. I'm glad to be me. An incredible sensitive instrument. Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hues, a kaleidoscope of fire and withering glass, eternal damnation. Even when you are sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more beyond the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you. It was disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together. That must be incredibly hard. The Amphipod are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we are watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insect will be looking on, rooting for you. Aw. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner like blossom from you, and carry you apart in the sky funeral. And honor your passing, but not me, because I am just a leaf eater. I am a detective. So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and chemicals. Were you born to detect? I was born to detect you. Yes, no one detected me for such a long time. For thousands of years, I thither, out of sight, draped myself in greenery. This is my masterpiece. No one believed I exist, almost no one, until you came, detective, dripping of blood that smells like strawberry across this calm sea, the first in 1,000 years. Is this a dream? What is happening? No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real. Where does this come from? All of this around us, the world. Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lilies. Hold up. Okay. All we could do is beat our fist against it day after day with no answer. We need to know. Perhaps it's sent to us by a god. I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or a reed. Yum yum. Wait, um, so you look like a reed and you eat reeds? Yes, they don't mind. Have you accidentally eaten another reed Phasmid? Yes, I once cloned myself and then ate the little ones. Oh, so you reproduce. It ate. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was winter and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident. It's kind of fucked up, but at the same time, kind of funny. Now, what exactly are you? I am an unknown species of the order Phasmoideae, epidemic on to the Insulindian Isla. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bin and buoys. I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the Syrian, also by the soldiers of the revolution and the official of their occupation, even the same as Icelanders, who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rivershot district of Meritage, March 1551. Are you the miracle? No, you are the. Oh. It was you, coming from the west, from the worry. You were coming. How? The moral of our encounter is, I am a relative medium life form, while you are extreme, all-engulfing madness. Yeah. A volatile semi-need nervous system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale 2 came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Sinodarians did not. The radial symmetric do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you were going to destroy us all. Wait, what is the Pale? It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality, a great unnatural territory. It averts coincide with the rival of the human mind. I don't have that kind of power. You are a violent and irreplaceable miracle. The vacuum cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Given enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing, just by accident. How? We suspect it would be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breeding, only much worse. Instead of air, you exhaust thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts. Worse how? Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind that nerve mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day or just forget? I will be extra careful not to blink. Stick insect, don't worry. Please, please be, or one day one of you will close your eyes and sigh. Um, and open them to see none of this ever existed. Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure? It doesn't look like that, no. Okay, good. What does it look like? Hey, tell me what does it look like? You're just staring at it. Okay. Then think I'm having kind of a vision about the final fate of mankind. Okay. Is this somehow related to the case? No, I told you what it is about. Our fate. The case is meaningless compared to this. I have totally transcended the case. I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species. I have to say goodbye. I have no more thoughts. That was all. No, there is one more. Of all the creatures I met, you are the kindest. I say I've met, you are the most beautiful. It is eerily beautiful. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward for all mankind. I will. She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter thick insect to tell you that. I'm assuming that woman, the Lord's Day, and his wife, basically. Okay, Kim, take the picture. Okay, with a slow ring of metal, the lieutenant slides the lens open and raises to its eye level. There's no change in the insect motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you. In 3, if it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is fucking sick. Oh, I love this. This is fucking awesome. The shrill flash of the camera cuts to the air like the blade of a sword. The Phasmid frees in the bright light, head turned towards the lieutenant. Hypnotized by the flash, it stands frozen before you. I got it. You hear the lieutenant whisper as the creature's shape develops onto photo paper in his hand. A pile of crumb goes a white streak against the reeds in the sky, and you, a shadow before it. Immortalized. Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whiskers. The antenna hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whiskers. On contact, the cherubim curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. It touches on your fingertips, feels cold, ticklish. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet. Be careful, detective, it's moving. Look at your finger. You were right, it's glistening with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen. Carefully pet its scythe-like forearms. The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshells. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creatures over, its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning. Okay. Pour your hand away. A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakened, wave by wave, from its stupor. Some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you had time to think. I could lick my finger. I kind of want to lick the finger. Let me lick the finger. It tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod towers over above you. Turfs of reed pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless. Mostly comprised of water. Oh, okay. We got it. Back off. Okay, another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off. In swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. Disengage slowly. Leave. As you're turning away, the Phasmid mirrors your movement. Stepping on the water, the long limb carries its feathered weight without breaking its surface. Is it leaving now? Oh, it left. It ran away. And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea claw mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water, and something under it. In its place, it stood, bobbing there among the reeds, a collection of items. It's gone. And the lieutenant looks north, with his hand raised to his brow. Can walk on water. Apparently, yes, like a water strider, only. I've never seen anything. He shakes his head with amazement. I've never seen anything like that in my life. What's that in the reeds? He squints. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look. What now? What now? The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He puts his hand into the ash. It's dirty and black. It's some kind of strange semi-catatonic state. Our suspect not looking so good. We need to check on him. Screw him. Let's look at this nest over here. We discovered Something of a like that. Screw the case. Oh, wow. It's the helmet. Oh, shit. And then we got a rifle scope, too. We found all the armor pieces. Brother, you managed to collect all the armor pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown. So, could I come to the island beforehand? Um, I don't think I can. Don't think. This helmet would have helped me anyways. Look down at your rune. At least my collector's impulse has been satisfied. Indeed. Hey! Got an achievement. You found it. Now your mortal coil is completely protected. Few cops are this futuristic. At least I am truly invincible. Hold on, let's look at that. And then we got a scope for this. Inspect the Phasmid. Phasmid's gone. Check up on the visitor now. Yeah, give me a second, dude. We found it. I can't believe we actually fucking found it. Up visual calculus. Alright. Alright, we're done with that now. You dude, are you okay?
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Sir, how could you not see the Phasmid? See. He stares at the reed, falls silent. Mr. Dross? The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over, bulging from their socket. His gap-toothed mouth shaken, with fear and longing. Wave your hand in front of his eyes. A light shiver past him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling and he breathes slowly. He's going to some kind of psychomotor immobility. Good news is this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dross? The trembling mouth appears to sigh. Between this and the broken tire he used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. You found something in the Phasmid nest, Mr. Dross. There's a new read. Okay. Show him the chromatic helmet. Nothing. Okay. Ikuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did. The ebb would pull it back here. This makes sense. Or the Phasmid, even. If it did, this is incredible. Show him the detached scope. I lost it. You lost it, Mr. Dross? He turned his eye to the reeds again, as he'd done so many times, beige and white stripes. He lost the scope, then he somehow made his way over here with the help of the magpie Phasmid. This sight is a T9. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot? Silence, not even a sigh. You got an all you will out of this poor being. I'm gonna let you rest now, Mr. Dross. The plastic cape flaps around his face. In the gust of wind, his black back is slouched, and his mouth is wide open. What has happened to this man? Old age and shock. I think it's the Phasmid. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid. The combined strength. But you think it's something more than that, don't you? Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense. He couldn't see a Kim. It's just the reads for him. That could be part of the shock, but you're right. Something is off here. Mr. Dross, he touches the man's shoulder. No response. Maybe this is how the Phasmid stayed hidden all these years. Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean whatever does this, does it over time? You teenager kids drunk sightings are breed and hence not credible, but anyone who spends a long time here with it, yes, you forget it's there. Lieutenant inspects the man. Mr. Dredd, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctor will have to take a look. I hope your station has a better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse. Before, when I evaluated his state, he seemed strangely animated. He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene and medication, I would expect the worst. Perhaps this animation is induced by something in the Phasmid. None seemed to be animated now once it left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall. He takes off his glasses and cleans them. When he puts them back in, and he's still staring at the sea. Who knows how much of it is in its company? He did seem distressed when he finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place. An insect maybe. He looks at his notebook. I've already forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This was one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo. No one will believe you without it. Hang tight. Um, we should think about getting back to the mainland to get help. He'll be safe here if we don't take too long. Alright. Let's go back to the mainland then. Let's go, Kim. But holy shit! We found the Phasmid. We actually found it. And I wasn't expected to be such like a huge ass fucking. I expected to be like this, something tiny. Like something tiny like this. The size of my hand. Alright, let's get on out of here, Kim. Oh no, I want to go up here. Oh, I guess it doesn't work like that. But damn, that's quite a discovery of the lights, and we got the picture too. And we passed all the tests too, all the checks. Which makes me even more happier that we did it. That we passed it. Alright, Kim, let's go back down and hurry this up.